regain the lead,
Yeah,
take
let's
this
get
up
this
to match
one
point.
going. Dude, did I even
Or
upload the VOD
RRQ
of the last map? Hopefully.
Look to get some long-awaited revenge.
I'll check in a sec. RQ on attack, GENG on defense.
These are the two maps that they played
The chance I
previously.
just didn't do it.
Extra out in front.
That he is. Flicking heads, finding one, spotting out the other as the paranoia connects Xpero. Unable to find
nice
any
start.
punish, so it's going to be cushy. Dead on the floor
Pistols
here.
at the
No
moment
real trade,
3-1,
damage found.
I'm pretty sure.
Bit of an interesting change-up compared to what we saw last time on this pistol. It was RRQ who just kind of held in spawn and waited to see GENG would get aggressive. This time
4-person
both
stack.
teams feeling out mid B.
Well, this is a weird round.
It's going to profit early. Tap of the door. Trying to pull some rotations so they can
Instant
make their way
reclear
over towards A where
with the 4. Dude, they're so fast behind here that they should win.
way up there.
As long as Foxy 9 doesn't
push-up.
overstep and my guy's just sitting
Here
in
at
spawn.
Mound. Nothing set behind to really try to alert this as Foxy 9 tucks all the way back around the corner. Jimkin pushing it stairs. Nothing going to be spotted. Here's the door. Thorn's going to be set. Jimkin now turning his sights back over towards the site here.
One of the weirdest pistols we've seen for a
In
while.
behind the box. Big opportunity.
They walked over towards A side, they
Get some
walked
damage
all the
done.
way through.
Do they read
You
this
would
at
check
all?
this box, right?
Keeping it quiet, slow scale forward. Moniette on the jiggle peak. Let him know what Munchkin striking
God
first.
for Munchkin, he
striking
just saved
faster.
texture.
Snake on the left side. Ghost now going to be snatched up. Players a little bit more spread out as Moniette going to be forced away back deeper in towards street by the paint shell. Foxy still swinging, arriving, but jumping and getting taken down. Jimkin able to find that kill immediately right back here onto the site as the haunt gets cleared out in time. A lot of it already dwindling. Texture scraping forward, able to find one. Now it's just down to Crazy
Yeah,
Guy.
very, very nice.
Who'll get run down. 3 players survive.
Dude, like the 4-pass and re-clear over towards C.
Yeah, this is just
I think
really
on
nice
a pistol,
work from
pistol
GENG.
especially, it's all about like
Having some
overwhelm.
plans
So
on the back of the
4-1
map
on
space,
defense
they
is
are
just
giving
really,
up
really
early.
strong.
Foxy
Especially
9
they've shown this kind of trap play over towards B.
They're anticipating that this is either going
I
to
don't
be
think
B
you're
or
expecting that.
you know, once they know it's not C because they pushed out Mound, but maybe B, he's kind of playing for that. They say if they go A, okay, we're going to have a huge flank coming. 4 players through. They find that big kill around the box. That was massive for them. Moniette trying to do his best to sell. Trying to get some attention his way, but GENG does not fall for it. And this was 13-5 last time in the favor of GENG when they played this map in the upper finals. And RQ gonna have to dig deep.
Okay, for Eco.
Comp changes. Just
Paper X style, dude. Paper X are they're the
lot of
biggest
damage done.
believers in 4-1 pistols on defense. They've done it consistently for like the like the
Kind of
last
pulling the trigger on
year
the
and
play
a bit.
as the damage was getting layered in. Cushy does manage to find one. Karan going to be put down here for the moment, but
Not
plenty of
the
covered
not the
fire, so
ideal
for now,
start they were looking for.
the second weapon lost as Xpero got in off the lurk and does manage to catch them off guard.
He slipped the net. And he's just gonna keep rotating through.
But can he find anything realistically?
Yeah, I mean he's not trying to. Well,
Lane's
obviously
being
he's trying to
watched here
win,
by Foxy
but
9.
his main thought now is just can I
Can't
get
find the
another?
kill, then Xpero can go ahead and scoop up one of the weapons.
Yeah.
Pings it out. Foxy's
Dude,
pulled
he's
off the
gonna
angle.
picks up a gun.
Oh boy.
Okay, now honestly I'm
Just
thinking
a
I can
Spectre,
win.
but still a chance.
Could be
Door
feeling good.
tapped, swings out.
Yeah,
Spots
it's
out two,
unlucky.
tries
The
to go
molly
for the
maybe
fight.
would have
We'll just bank
taken
it off
down
the
some
door
of the
there as
armor
Munchkin
as well.
collects it. So 2 casualties,
I mean, it's
2-0
still
start.
2 guns and an armory buy. It's not the
Still
worst for a
though,
full eco.
It's something to be
Didn't start off
kinda
great.
concerned about as GENG is normally their defense can be pretty good about keeping track of their opponents' daisies.
Just the right on the
well.
corner of it.
For the side of RQ, but holding the line here at this door. Nicely done by Foxy 9. Munchkin there, able to take it down, but still, you did lose a bit of your investment as GENG, but carrying over a couple Guardians and a Bulldog, not too bad. Again, my bigger concern is the fact that Xpero just finds a way into the back of the map and nobody's any idea.
Oh, that's just a hair off.
I mean,
that
just aim
second
was
shot
off.
going right over top of the head.
Probably
Cannot
should have
find it.
one.
2 kills quickly scooped up here for the side of RQ as they look to up the pace. Some damage dealt. Still 5 members strong. They work their way forward. Fault line not going to connect on anyone. Munchkin is trying to play this out quietly as Jimkin goes sliding in towards back sight. Munchkin will be able to collect that elimination. Sync Pied available to try to delay. Foxy at the same time able to find Crazy Guy. There's the spike still here on the floor. The scale forward. Cushy clears enough, but not before Monyet gets picked apart, and suddenly we're into a 2v2. Push into the smoke down, Charon. Ends up falling to the wayside. Now it's all down to Munchkin. Captain and IGL playing this out quietly, trying to see what maneuvers RRQ look to make, and it seems like it's going to be that pivot, either to the B or the C side.
Yeah, I think he had one run there.
A little tough for Munchkin now, though. Has no idea how they're going to spread out off the back of this plant.
Spike planted.
Gonna have to win one battle. Cushy should be within one shot, though.
Both players tucked. Wall is set up.
Dude, he's got the wall to block. It becomes
obviously salvos are available.
He has no idea where they are. But once he clears heaven here,
clear a bunch of different
and he
positions
looks at the
first.
plant.
Quiet drop down. Caps it. Wall raised.
Yeah, he knows where one is.
Through. Knows there's one
Dude,
in main.
he knows now they're both there.
There's the stun. Sacrificial is Cushy. There's the swing out.
It's really good damage.
With 30 health.
It's really good damage. Every single gun, one armor.
A ton of damage
Luria 9, thanks so much for the tier 1, dude. Appreciate the 18 months. Thanks for that.
Quick reactions over towards the A site.
For the green slug gun. Thanks so much, bro. Appreciate all the support.
Winning that positioning battle, but Munchkin quietly slipped down that rope ahead of the rest of his teammates. The other two are the first ones that RRQ sees when they start scaling into sight. And Munchkin, therefore, gets underneath their noses, finds some big impactful kills. Foxy9 as well, coming in, doing some real damage with the Bulldog. And that's brutal for RRQ. Still able to mostly buy up other than one Bulldog of their own.
Well, Texture this time ready for that position on top of Boulder. Finds a shot, and Ash similarly takes down Jemkin, making up for the sins of the previous round.
It's a little bit unlucky. RRQ decide to go super aggro A. At the same time, the GENG want to make him feel like they can't go aggro A. Once they know they're committing, they put the Viper Molly in.
Here, now noted. They know where Xpharaoh is at. Crazy guy is dead. Munchkin one away from a pit going into round 5.
And then we get into those weird mind games. Very similar to like what was happening on Haven, where they feel like they can't go over towards B.
We'll thank him very
they
much
might now feel like they can't go out over towards A because there was 4 passing there.
Missing the timing of him sliding out of the smoke, but swings back in. Xpharaoh fighting. Does come up with the kill. There's the wall, locks him in position. The haunt not quite cleared. He finds this one though. Suddenly he can make a go of it. 3 kills, the sprint over. Play would put him one away from having that pit online. This would be a hell of a turnaround and a hell of a way to get this map tied up, but he's just going to drift out into Charon's crosshair and will fall down.
Still, that's a ton of damage done.
Yeah, no, it works that way around. They do so much damage, but they have to eco here anyway, so this is a chance for GENG to get a lot of money.
Not great for GENG. Still going to be able to scrape something together, but
yeah, even though they're pretty far away from the Fade, or it's just like Omen, and defense doesn't give you too much on this map.
I'm a little bit annoyed.
It can give you like
map
info, that's about it normally.
Players kind of lock it down together a little bit better, especially once the spike is down. Get Texture some help over here while he's trying to hold off Xpharaoh, but give him the opportunities. Xpharaoh collects some big kills for RRQ, so anything is possible. It's going to be a weak buy. Jemkin does have a
Do they want to use any ults into this round to keep it clean to get their money good? We'll see. Throw a gun for Jemkin. Go away from his ult so they could plan ahead, maybe take the orb here to make sure they 100% have it for next round.
Pull off a bit of a miracle. Orb will put Jemkin one away from having the dimensional drift. Question is, do they pull the trigger on Armageddon? Because she has it at the ready, but for now they have to work their way forward into the site. The wall going to be popped.
It's 3 past the walls, not too bad. Oh, the macro TPs.
Is noted and heard, and Foxy swoops in to find that kill.
Still though, got him some space.
Good use, finding one, a showstopper now. Big splash potential as Cushy gets taken down, but there's a fake out there on the clone. Jemkin still alive, still well, still with Vandal in hand. Trying to force it forward. They do, and it's a Charon's demise.
It's scary with Jemkin on site.
Finding that headshot. Dimensional Drift now at the ready, has the gate crash set up for the exit.
Oh, okay, we're really going in.
RRQ. Looking to secure this,
boy,
it
gets so weird.
Sideshow's nightmare, it would seem. As they go sliding forward, trying to find some space, but Jemkin finds one. Ash dead. Texture.
Good reposition from Jemkin. Yeah, dude, Jemkin, what a round, man. What a round. 2 extra guns to pick up as well. But it is a better gun than a Judge. There we go.
Ults well invested. As the gap now is just one round.
We were talking about their money being low because the other round was so close, so they have to eco themselves now. And they put a Viper ult and a Razor. That insanely big swing around this one.
3 kills, 3 big ones, and crazy guys so fast to understand that position. Who knows? Munchkin's got a Judge there if he's able to pull the trigger a little bit faster, maybe.
He kills 2.
Yeah.
Probably just get the collat.
Probably.
Jemkin. Doesn't matter what you throw at this guy.
He's insane, dude.
You have to be fearful. Flash confirms some presence outside at Mound. Spike there for the moment. Of course, obviously, Jemkin didn't commit that dimensional drift here, so does still have it, and we'll clear out the wall now with the clone. It's going to be a lob of the thorns and a pop there as well.
Yeah,
Okay, loose C control.
Jemkin's mechanics are just so
Prowler
smooth.
goes out over towards A. Looks like they're going to push aggro. The Viper saw the Prowler, so normally when you see a Prowler so deep, it is normally followed up by people, so that's why he's insanely ready for the push.
It's a little while, but doesn't suffer too much damage. Eventually finds it. And it seems like he is very much suspicious of there being a third player in this position.
They're taking no risk on that one. They messed up their omen flash a little bit, but
shooting with the Sheriff, trying to see what he can get done.
Yeah,
will eventually fall, and now it's just down to Munchkin to see if he can get any kind of impact here in the round. Otherwise, RRQ well set to tie us up at 3-3.
And to make matters worse for Gen G, you've got 3 huge ultimates.
3K on top of this. They obviously got the 300 as well for planting, and then we're looking at, if we ignore that ult rounds or eco ult round on Ascent, we're looking at one of the best teams of all. 7-3 ults.
Probably gonna maybe get Ash's ult.
I mean, next round's gonna be pretty wild. You would imagine Gen G go aggro over towards A to get this.
Scale into sight for post plants.
Well read. Back around the corner. And it's a freebie. Does he go for the knife?
Knife him.
Oh, Xfero.
Do it.
Creeping forward. They're trying to keep the interest going, and there you have it.
Sending a message as well, man. They're giving it.
4K for Xfero.
Rick Cash, thank you so much for the 2 months, dude. Thank you for that as well in the YouTube chat. Appreciate you, man.
Boom up with the knife. That's right. But Gen G's looking a little bit sloppy here on Lotus compared to the last time we saw them. We're seeing some mistakes. Seeing a little bit of overconfidence maybe at times. Going back to that
we didn't have to replay that one. Come on.
A bunch of kills he never should have. Now he's got a 4K with a knife.
And that is
just looking over at them the whole time.
He knows what he hath wrought. There's a timeout.
This is it's a cool round for coaches to be able to talk because there is so much going on right now.
This is getting interesting. RRQ seems just a little bit cleaner.
You could go for one of your normal set strats with the Yoru ult, but the fact that they're like 1 away from the fade ult might change up how you want to do it.
But the follow-up for RRQ,
like you could have some insta tail or idea plans to make sure that they don't get an aggro A, or
how to get through some of the defensive utility.
Or you could just know that they're going to go so many players heavy over towards aggro A to get this orb that you could just see it with a Yoru ult.
Or the Vice. And now you got to figure out, as Gen G, what in the world are you going to do?
RRQ are in a sick position.
Armageddon, Rolling Thunder, Dimensional Drift to deal with.
Oh, it's their timeout? That's interesting.
You got to be thinking
okay, honestly, I think I like this timeout from them. I thought this was Gen G timeout.
One of those other 2 big ults that drags itself across the floor is going to probably still be there.
I like this timeout from them because you know this is happening, and you know there's probably 4 doing it, considering the Viper molly that was shown here. You get 1 close to hear all of the sounds, so you can insta react over towards C. Yeah, and does your ult to confirm it. It's nice. It's nice and. Ooh, hold up.
Has to be ready.
Let's hold up. I thought it was gonna be nice and simple.
Yeah, look at RRQ.
They see the Fawns and they cancel.
The same thing. They're like,
and then over towards A, GENG managed to get the
want to try to take some space. Let's be ready for that.
Who's next?
Dimensional drift going to be sent as Spike starts working across in the opposite direction. So ultimately, Jemkin.
Yoru Reclear had the Yoru Reclear over towards A. Oh, dude, look at this pinch right now. Fade, all door opens. They get no info about the door opening. No sounds. That bro, Cushy kind of took a 1v3 duel and got 2 here.
Jemkin swinging back around, looking to bring this to bear here on the site. Still in a good position for RRQ, given that they have the site under their control for now.
Yeah, RRQ went a weird way of doing it, but
they should be able to do so.
What a nullification of those ultimates, though, by GENG. The Nightfall with the door tap, and they can't hear it. So well thought out.
So she's still able to find those 2 kills. Still makes this a bit of a rough spot.
45 HP, 70 HP.
Paranoia going to be used, but there's no real scaling off the back of that. So vision, audio regained. Xfero.
Yeah, man, this is the time to get your kill.
Munchkin at 45, Paron at 70. The bite,
this is your round.
Timing. Spying some more space as the swing out denied. Monyet survives with 37 health. Karon now.
He's on the boards.
Monyet just trading places, swooping. The jump in.
Okay, very nice.
Try to get around that one way.
Like the Yoru idea. Big the re-clearing over towards A, but everyone's ready to insta C him.
Post plants continue to really be stellar here for RRQ. This door open looked like it was going to be a real disaster, but
the first shot is really nice.
With 2 big kills.
He's just using the door against them. He's able to go ahead and split apart the fights there.
Yeah.
Take the individual duels.
That was a really nice reaction from him, especially given that Nightfall situation they were in. Still has his Armageddon. You're back onto a weaker buy for GENG.
Hey, force him down to an eco again, and they can start getting
very scary
some more ults here. I mean, they probably...
Both teams continue to
RRQ focus so heavy on Yoru that I just know the Yoru's picking this up, even though other people are kind of close.
Guardian. A bit of a trickery position set up.
Oh, hold up. And they're not like considering close left of C as well.
Foxy is going to look to try to reposition, but the stealth drone comes out immediately, and Jemkin does manage to go ahead and take him down. But Karon getting fighted. Yes, he can.
That is
a 4K
insane.
That
is insane.
That
there's so many guns for them to pick up on an eco. Dude, you gotta show me that again.
Oh, he's so back.
Oh, the call just rang out, and he has answered. Unbelievable shots.
2, 3.
Oh my god. That's so good. Yeah, and RRQ had 1 here, which changed the whole game, and GENG just had 1 here. So now the money's unbelievable for everyone.
Just works differently for him.
Unbelievable.
Dude, what a time to do it.
It's got to be a bit of a kick in the head there for RRQ. They were starting to really seize control here of the map. Momentum gets shifted. And economy starts getting a little bit more lopsided. Still in a good enough spot for the next few here.
That one's enough to give you a bit of a concussion.
I was thinking this one will rattle you for sure. We just saw RRQ maybe have a little bit of nerves on the scent with how close they got as well. I feel like that one's not going to help.
This is not looking especially easy for RRQ.
It's a hard round to lead.
Texture swinging out. Good amount of damage is going to be found. Ashley able to find Xfero. Crazy guy answering back in a major way. Finds them both. Smoke now
to pivot over towards it. They have no idea Munchkin's this close.
As Munchkin sights in towards the connector, and Jemkin able to find that kill. And suddenly RRQ seeming like they have not missed a beat, seeming like they're able to shrug that round off quite well. A tuck back from Foxy9. Heron now position absolutely known, but still able to find the spray through the corner. Crazy guy taken down. He brings us into a 2v2.
Cover going out.
Yeah, TPing forward. Foxy pushing. Charon trying to clutch, but denied this time around.
Stopped him this time as well. No momentum on that.
This is the sole survivor.
Yeah, I still can't believe GENG wins this kill, to be honest with you.
Man,
that was like the round for me.
Like it had GENG written all over it. They play a little bit further back. They hit a great paranoia, but Texture can't find the shots initially. And the counter
what is this round?
Crazy Guy
oh my goodness.
Is on point. Foxy9 doing what he can. Charon coming up with a couple big kills, but Monyet able to steady the aim right at the end. Charon had him in his sight.
Monyet was real chill here.
Damn close. RRQ though, back into a dimensional drift. Yeah.
Oh boy, two-person.
Swing on the corner, one dead. Monyet
it's a good trade. 34 though, damage done.
2 charges away from a
it's no Viper though, so the smoke pressure over towards C isn't here, so they might be able to just prod over towards C.
Prowler check, A-made, nothing spotted there as Thorns use proactively.
Yeah, this is a good reaction. They know that C is weak, so Texture has to do something that can set him up early over towards A. The weird off angle. Like you're kind of clearing here and here. You're not really when you turn in this corner ready for close left.
That he is.
Does he hold strong?
Along the fault line is my question. Seems like they're just going to face in for it, but
a good trade again, man. What's going on in this game? Instant Omenor. Yeah, I like that. TP's he TP's next to himself so they don't hear it, and so he has no idea where he is. And then Charon insta ults over towards spawn to try clear one of the question marks of where he could be.
Now needs to try to buy some time. The Thorns locked him in place for the moment. The peek up over the top, but he's just absolutely destroyed there.
Dude, what is this round, by the way? This seems actually looking sick.
Cushy gonna be on the flank, but Ash seemingly reading it, had eyes on
it's so
angle,
clean.
Cushy does
Everyone's shots are unbelievable.
This round is just going to be a bridge too far. The time not going to be available here for him.
10
seconds left.
As if he could play for some eliminations, would still be value. Finds the dink on the Foxy.
Every shot that I watch is like a dink.
Finds his way back out through the attacker spawn and into B to stay alive. 5-5, we stay tied.
Yeah, this is really nice stuff from Foxy. The setup there with the Razor Vines really nicely placed. Anti-TP. And then waits for the wall to go up before he makes his move to strike. Beautiful. Absolutely beautifully played by Foxy. The fadeaway at the end. That bails GENG out big time. And it's 5-5. Showstopper again for Texture. GENG lost the ult to the judge last time.
He's got it.
Well, I mean, he couldn't use it in that sense.
Yes.
They at least get aggro A.
Well, now he
can.
They avoid the showstopper. Damage not even taken.
He's dodged the drone perfectly, right? Ooh, he didn't get the warning, so I get that he thinks that he was fine here.
Mask will go on. Rushing forward, Prowler just finding the clone.
Almost, yeah, it was insanely close.
Notes Ash here at the site. Flash is now starting to fly, makes his exit. Right here at the front as Paranoia is lobbed in from quite far away, and Charon.
Yeah, there's an Omen flash to his right to make sure he's fine. That incredible flash from him though, but this whole time GENG did pretty good to delay. Omen flash over towards his right on site. Everyone came in. Watch this, can fall down, help him trade out.
Just both players here on the site looking to try to fight their way forward.
Tunnel vision.
Okay.
He still got it.
Get Munchkin.
He still got it. It's doable, man. Monyet's, I mean, pretty much all his kills have been in clutches.
The peak. A decent bit of damage found. Goes back through. Only tagged to 87. Foxy9 now has to finish the job.
Incredible reposition from him.
Monyet to get tucked back over here into tree. Spots him out.
3 bullets.
4 damage exchanged, 3 health. Remaining on Foxy and somehow
3 HP.
He gets the kill. He wins the round. And GENG.
That's so unlucky. He really owned it with the reposition as well.
On the defending side.
That is ice cold from Foxy. He has no health. 1 bullet and he's dead, and he just says, well, gotta go for it. Might as well do it now. That right there, you're right. just a little bit off. I love the way GENG plays that initially with just Ash on site being spotted by Jemkin. They wait. Ash just waits behind the wall, and they put one up at A heaven. They put one at drop, and they wait. They play anti-flash. They're expecting Jemkin to throw that around the corner, and they're going to make a move to clear Ash out because they know he was there. They know he was spotted by the dimensional drift. And that gives them
Okay, they hear a lot of pressure over towards A. Insta group up. It's like the first time that GENG kind of wanted to fight this aggro. Foxy spotted 2 with the jump peek at least, maybe more.
Seems like there's not going to be much ambiguity about this round here. Rolling Thunder at the ready. Paranoia going to be used in advance.
Oh.
Caron now tucking back, but does not get caught by this. He's playing the same position. As he finds the first, looks for a little bit more, goes for the readjustment, ends up getting taken down. Foxy9 backpedaling frantically.
Dude, how?
Gets the weapon back out.
Wait. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that again because I think Monyet might have just had a big whiff.
The primary jam, the spray.
And I think it's really
just
costly.
A hair off from connecting. A 2v2.
I have no idea he survived that.
Missed everybody.
Seemed like a trail.
Oh, there's one.
1-1, but
Oh, it's so costly.
unable to follow it here.
Unless they win the round, obviously. This one's pretty nice, though. Viper stays in the ult. Looks like you're buying a lot of time for your teammate to rotate, or at least you're just trying to wait for the opposite team to mess up. That's probably a bit too much considering what should happen. You should probably let him plant fast and then go for it.
We'll have a fault line. There's a hell of a lot more than HP than Foxy9 did in the previous round to try to get this done.
Him and Munchkin about tied for HP.
Like the play.
You hear that footstep.
Ash about to be at risk.
I like the play.
Not turning back at all. Crazy guy, slowly encroaching, killing, finding it.
No breach damage for this, just a stun.
Munchkin at least able to hold this up to half. He's stuck back in the corner. He's just gonna stick it.
Oh, that's
He's
so devastating. Just seeing the spike go up. That's so devastating. Dude, they could have won both of these last rounds.
He does this so many times where he just knows.
Dude, let's see it from this POV.
And he knows that he's got you.
Oh boy.
He can find those checkmates better than most. And he's done it again. It looked like Crazy was gonna win this round.
Couple of devastating rounds for RRQ there, back to back.
Madness.
Unbelievable.
This whole series has been madness.
Oh boy, well. 7-5 at the half. GENG in front with the defending side start. Go to belly fight.
Tough choice there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's nodding. She seems very confident.
Yeah.
In the selection, but good lord. And GENG often do find themselves advantaged, on these defending halves. RRQ still can be in with a shout. Again, coming down to these pistols. They lead by 1. GENG looking to make it 3-3.
Well, and this is a tough side of the map for RRQ now. I mean, obviously it's Lotus, it's attacker side. The way things have been going today, just kind of have this feeling that GENG is going to be coming out here swinging. So the pistols is so important.
Yeah, Lexi, it's actually kind of crazy.
See if they can get this
you have
done.
everything.
Snuff them out.
They're going for a bit of a rebel contest.
Prepared for every situation.
They got the Oru, they got the Omen, but no response at all. So they're just going to walk forward. A bit of spam, but
Munchkin seeing if he gets any kind of contact there. Meanwhile,
okay, loose C control. Insta drone over towards B. I will say most teams don't really do that when they lose C control.
They have that breach Tejo.
Normally that's like a reaction from A control because you want to see if they're pivoting over towards B with A. And see if anyone's here to give them the option of B splitting. I'm not sure you get too much from an early drone once they take C control. Because like as soon as you drone, they just open the door and create the same pressure that you just cleared.
Holding on the angle, spotting out 1. looks to back away. Quick little swoop around though as the door gets tapped, and Jemkin immediately taking Ash's head off. Foxy9 similarly going to be taken down, and Monyet now gets onto the crossfire over across from Baby Door.
Wait, they got full info from that as well.
It's far too late. Munchkin needing to try to fight back, but it's only going to be good for one. Karn this time does not have a sheriff. One fewer target. I'm not sure if that maths out correctly.
That is RRQ holding no sentinel. You just gotta go aggro. Aggro one of these and you're okay.
Paranoia sent in one direction.
And be super on it with when you're hitting over towards here of re-clearing B and being ready for this box.
Pistol round win here to close the gap to a single round. The question though has to be, what happens in the next round?
Oh yeah.
Can it happen 3 times in a row? Does GENG do the funny thing?
Yeah.
Does RRQ do the right thing?
Good question. I'm looking at GENG's
Didn't turn up yesterday. Where's your train?
No.
Me, the train's waiting in
So
Toronto. The train's in Toronto.
That it will happen, but
We could have used you yesterday though. We needed more people for the fuel. Needed more people for the engine. I don't want to blame the whole thing on you, but at least a little bit.
Snagging the orb, change of direction. Looking for
Bro, why is your name Juices Bunda? Thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 6 months. Thank you for that.
Where the pieces are placed for RRQ.
The bold Twitch name, I'll give you that.
It'll be again. They're happy to play that game. Instead, looks like it's going to be A.
Nothing noticed there, up and over the top. Little drop down from Munchkin and a back pedal from Monyet.
Clear the rows. Still though, GENG maybe wants to get those Viper smokes back up before they make their move. Some response, a Paranoia out off the door tap. So they're baiting some utility, but still a lot of work to do.
Multiplayer face forward through the connector. Salvo's now down. Munchkin gets on top.
It's all good. There's low HPs. You got to keep an eye on Yori. You would imagine that Jemkin wins this round.
At the same time, so in the end, it's going to be a still. Massive weapon advantage here in their favor as Foxy swooping out from behind the box.
Okay, now you got to start panicking because Karen's got a gun.
Smoke now over on towards upper.
Pass the Bulldog over to Karan.
Yeah, full HP. Munchkin trying to scale forward, ends up getting taken down. Monyet able to find that kill. Fault line connecting, texture, unspotted, now striking. Gets some good damage in, but cannot get them over the line. 25 health remaining.
15 HP, 10 HP.
Well, this time around, GENG cannot make it happen 3 times in a row.
2 guns gone.
RRQ. Closing out
gonna be a light bonus.
7-7.
Still, that is a tremendous amount of damage done to the economy of RRQ. Munchkin here just running forward and right-clicking. Foxy9, 5 HP, barely besting his opponent. Oof, Monyet, so fast today. He's had some really impressive.
Dude, the sigh of relief at the end there.
And so it's a couple Bulldogs, a Guardian for Jemkin. Ooh, a Judge for Xfero. He's gonna dig pretty deep into the wallet for that one.
So
out go the smokes.
He buys into this round to get a judge. So I guess he's like judging twice in a row, maybe.
Texture. It's probably just gonna feed him this orb, but giving up a ton of space over at A. And RRQ.
This should tell the story.
Lucy control, insta drone over towards A.
Bit of a change up on the wall position.
They don't pop it as well, so they don't get the sound cue, so they actually don't know that they pushed here.
That's gonna give it away here in a second.
Okay, well that will.
Is tripped and is dead.
He has no TP out, by the way.
Scoping it, gets the headshot on the texture. Looks for the finish. Texture just managed to put him down, but 22 health remaining here.
Oh my goodness.
He's gonna be ready for them to.
Munchkin, I mean, he's suspicious, but he is not quite prepared. A good kill from Monyet, and already this is set up to be a very good bonus for RRQ. Xfero still with that.
I mean, they've locked him in.
Elevation.
Dodges the Prowler, still gets full info that they haven't rotated back. You know that they can stick too strong with this.
Got 22 HP. Good luck.
30 seconds left.
Oh, heard it now. Still though, gonna
Yeah.
be attempted.
This is the best thing for it. Dude, Texture decided to ult when he was like, what, 22 HP?
Gonna be scooped up the door. Already shut. Nick Sparrow picks up a Phantom.
Okay, this is gonna get real close now. I tell you what I do like on this round. I like the drone going through and not popping. Just breaking.
This is
Don't give him that.
devastating.
Don't give him that info.
And a brilliant play here from RRQ, pressing their advantage early.
Yeah, definitely think it's a questionable idea from Texture there, but he's just trying to get one.
GENG doesn't have the right responses. They're not quite ready. And that kind of an interesting decision from Karad. I don't disagree with it there because of the time that was left on the clock.
Vati, hello. How you doing?
Oh. I think you'd be hard pressed to judge Karad for that one.
No.
It's more about
just
sending the showstopper.
Yeah, that was not as advised.
Oh. Force buy on Stingers.
Yeah, Outlaw.
As in the end, just 2 players dead. Outlaw value certainly being felt here for RRQ.
Yeah, this is so tricky now. Foxy again spotted, and Odin in play for Crazy. To make things very tricky. This is the aftershock to delay.
Should have heard 2 weapons fire is what I was going to say.
I like this though. This is also a good sign from RRQ. This is like something that I've spoken about for like the last 3 years, honestly, is when teams have this comp, a very similar comp where they got like the no flash comp and they use the Viper wall to retake over towards A. If you get an Odin in this box and you just spam as soon as this wall comes up, it's so hard to deal with. And even when the wall isn't up, like you can just jump spot and just spam this anyway. It's so strong against this comp. So love that. I've been preaching about it for years. We don't see it enough.
As RRQ quickly dealing a little force buy. Now find themselves up by 2 rounds. Their own defending side here on Lotus starting to look damn clean.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about a timeout for GENG. I mean, I'm a bit concerned about their ability to sort of suss out the positions. It seems like they're just kind of going C-mound every time, trying to make rotations or decisions off of that. And they're giving RRQ a lot of space on the map.
Yeah, man.
Sort of figure out what's going on. Figure out how and when they want to trap the GENG players. You know, whether it just be an Odin holding the door, a full push out. Speaking of push outs.
Jemkin, yeah, it does get haunted, however. Second looked like it was going to be devastating, but GENG does manage to go ahead and pump the brakes.
What's interesting about Jemkin is I feel like, you know when you used to, you know when it was like heavy chamber meta, and you would watch those chambers, like Ye was definitely one of them. Nivera was like the most prominent for me, obviously, because I watched a lot of practices where he wouldn't freely use his TP, right? He would just make sure that you're having to use the maximum amount of util before he TPs. What it feels like when I watch Jemkin on defense with Yoru.
There's no util
like,
there to clear back.
Fade he's fine. He's still sticking it. He knows that you need extra util on this. Like he needs an extra Prowler and then he's out of there. Prowler here, need extra util. Like he's very good at just sticking through it. This is a very good example as well. He just decided to speak about it and then he gave us a prime example.
The walls here of this C site.
Like back in chamber meta, that was like a big thing that would separate people in defense. Like just sticking through all the util until it's like for sure confirmed. I would say it's a lot harder on Yoru because obviously you don't have that instant TP. So it is harder to find a good level of it.
And then you're gonna have to worry about, excuse me, Cushy, Crazy Guy as well. Plus Jemkin. Timing here.
Like incredible tail. It's a shame that Barrow went down.
Things are going to start getting chaotic. The time starting to dwindle. Shots flying out, looking for.
Monya has good timing.
There, but ends up getting avoided. Pit in play here is the spike. Set up for GENG. 4v4. The rush, he's just jumping on top
man.
Saying, aim right
Your
here.
ult, the Your ult spam me against the ult.
They know. They know.
Munchkin around the corner. Yep, they know exactly where
they handled this so well.
Foxy trying to arrive. Nearly makes his way over for the 3rd transfer.
Nearly insta-cast,
but the mark at the end. RRQ up to double digits now, 10-7. A 3-round lead and 5 rounds in a row here on the
Imagine,
map.
yeah, they would have been straight in the compilation for that one.
So well thought out. And the dimensional
had an
drift,
easy
such
one.
a good counter to a Viper's Pit. These dry peaks have got to stop.
This is good from Monyet though. Teo all into him, instantly taking all of that space. Clears over towards tree, then he can just spam extra angle that they don't think is an angle against the Viper.
Very tricky to find your moments, find that comfort to get through. By then it was pretty much too late. The confidence from RRQ
Dude,
what
a huge map this would be if RRQ can steal this. What have they got left?
Just 2 days ago against this GENG team, tremendous. Munchkin starting to get frustrated.
Was it Icebox?
Head in hands.
Icebox and Split.
There's been a much rougher go of things, and it just doesn't feel like they're working the map as much. It just doesn't feel like they're reading their situations as well as last time. You know, they were really good about ping-ponging between different areas, not overstepping, not losing a lot of these first bloods to just kind of... that last one has me befuddled because you got the Prowler spot on Mound and you still just
Torpid
walked
Mystery,
out there.
thank you so much for the tier 1. Do you think RRQ will be after the Teo nuffs? I mean, if they win this and they get that extra 2 weeks, they'll be fine. If they don't, they'll probably struggle a little bit, but they'll be alright. They're definitely very good at this meta right now.
Given how RRQ has looked on that map,
They're one of the better Teo users.
Have had strong performances. I think you'd feel a lot more comfortable going in with map point. Jemkin forward, looking for some damage, looking for some shots there. Doesn't have them connect and texture at the same time. Able to find Mon. Yeah, now Jemkin.
Jemkin's trying to save Cushy, jumping around and just takes all the stray bullets.
The strategy for GENG has become kill them all through smokes.
Well, part of that was getting some good assists for texture. We were able to use some of that utility.
Oh my god.
Comes away with 2 texture pods.
Dude, that flash was sick. This flank is faster. It's a lovely little jump peak. Low HP though.
But he cannot. Crazy guy regains his weapon.
Dude, this is 3v5 and they use device into it.
On to one, but one is good enough. Is Ash now needing to clutch this?
I think there was a footstep because he's so hot. Dude, 5
Narrowly
HP.
winning, 5 HP, the difference.
Some of the rounds are so close. Like GENG, they're winning 1v1s and they're close every time. We had Foxy 9, 3 HP, this one 5 HP. I think they've won 3 clutches that I can think of.
Get the spot with the fade. I think the paranoia hits as well, or maybe the smoke's just there, not sure which. Cushy just has him lined
I think
2 in front of him, 3 in front of him, and
I'd be interested seeing if Crazy Guy buys the Odin again. If he does, he's 100% going aggro A, but he might just put it away anyway. Okay, no, it's for sure their thing.
4 ultimates on the other side.
Did they leave A?
Scary.
I'm not sure about the Odin when you don't go aggro A or start tree.
Comfort in trying to scale forward. You know someone's door. Probably suspecting baby door, even though it hasn't been.
I mean, this could be Rolling Thunder into salvos. Would break the door down here for them.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's a solid combo.
Either way.
This pushes them over towards this direction, so when the ult goes left to right, you can't get out, and then you have the Omen flash on top of it. Omen ult to get in for. Yep, there we go. We're going for it. Surely. Surely. Oh, they missed them all.
Connecting hits on the 2. Monyet pushes off the back.
Whoa, Monyet. What? That's crazy behavior.
Either way, cleanup is theirs. The shots connect. It's going to be Jemkin and Xpharaoh.
They missed their window.
Themselves back into this one. A lot committed to have a round loss here.
Good molly.
Certainly RRQ. Give GENG a window back into the map. And from there, the series.
Decoy. Tough position for Karan. He's got to worry about a couple different angles. He's got one coming behind him. He hasn't even looked that way.
Suspecting that the one way is going to be enough. Trying to buy that space.
Good flash.
Going to be sent Xpharaoh. Finding the first. The swing
Dude,
out of
what a
Jemkin's got
flash.
the other.
Oh, the flash hit both
Target
of these.
Selected, shots hit. RRQ not giving GENG any wiggle room.
Well, and the crazy part is
How did the flash hit
GENG
both
fought their
though?
way out of that
I'm
trap
pretty sure
reasonably
angle-wise
well.
it shouldn't even be happening.
a couple players
It
get
was
hit
this
by the ultimate.
is this the clone as well?
Advantage.
Yeah. That's better than you could hope for in some cases. Karan TPing out of it. Munchkin stuck in there, still finds the kill. Oh, as Monyet was trying to TP.
Yeah, he was trying to jump forward.
Dude, Monyet was going for crazy maneuvers.
Yeah,
he was right here.
That's painful.
No, dude, it was just the flash.
Starting to lose their heads
Mate, that flash was mental.
GENG just not being aware of where RRQ players can be.
Now you look at the buy.
Yeah.
Ah, dude. Push him down to the eco. Unless they mess up.
And that's Karan dead.
12-8.
One of your biggest hopes when it comes down to a potential Thrifty win. Taken away as blast pack forward. Xferra up and over the top. Will get taken down. Showstopper now going to be used on the back end to try to create some further space.
Oh, no.
Cushy nearly caught on a timing.
Wow.
Foxy9 cannot get the punish.
Not again.
And Munchkin narrowly will be able to get away with it. Monyet trying to run him down. Trying to push forward. A little bit more space put in.
Oh my goodness, what's going on here?
Not going to be nearly fast enough with the shot. His texture was 5 HP. I mean, if you can even find.
And they used
here, it'd be so damn
oh my god, this whole round.
And he cannot get to the 24, but then the bullets run out. Ash, Vandal picked up. Can only find
that is
kill.
That's insane, man. There was like what, 5 timings in this round?
To really get into the groove, to really feel it. The defuse comes in.
It's the best round ever to show someone what a timing is, because you've got so many examples.
Being one map win away from becoming the Stage 1 champions.
They're just reading situations near flawlessly. I mean, that.
Oh boy, and they put the raise ult fade ult into it as well. They really went all in.
Jemkin's playing the beginning of that round with the op, so cautious, so safe, well aware that Texture was going to be close to his ultimate, and just playing fallback the whole time.
Full goes at it,
trying to spread the map
and they got that Odin back out, and this is like the first time they've had an op starting here.
They had a few opportunities, couldn't convert with the mechanics.
Here.
Everything starting to unravel. RRQ sending Jemkin out. Hasn't gone for the deep angle. Is he waiting for
Portal closed.
some kind of play, but it's pretty quiet. Oh,
it was just a dry peek
again
into a kill.
Cover going out.
Jemkin damn near windows 100% of the time. Probably connecting Monyet, already TPing back, breaking the door. Pivot call.
I mean, they can retake this though. They got Euro. They
Don't
have Omen Flash for retake though. It might be a little hard.
4 in a row is what is needed. They got so very close in the previous map. Can they at all make it happen here and now? Karan TPing out the safety. It's all the way across over at C.
Yeah, they got a pretty good amount. Keep an eye on the actual Omen ult that was stuck over towards C now though. Dude, crazy guys on top of it. Crazy guys gotta do it all, I think.
Finds another as the off shot goes wide. Texture collecting, but Jemkin! 2 pumps to the shorty, 2 kills found. Foxy9 now asks the clutch, finds the first 4 bullets remaining. The op on the opposite side swings in.
Time on that.
Jemkin,
dude, how's he getting double with a shorty here?
Not this map coming to an end. It's GENG.
Dude, GENG win every clutch though.
Attack round win with a Red Bull clutch.
They're only just staying alive.
This is like by the slimmest of margins in a couple different ways. I mean, Karan out by Rubble, has to TP out of there. Munchkin just going on a walkabout, pays the price. Foxy9 doing a great job from B main, locking this down. Unbelievable. Unbelievable shorty connection.
Dude, we got to nerf that gun. We got to nerf that gun. It can't be that cheap.
But Foxy9 plays that beautifully. Still though, have an op, have an Odin, and a Bucky, and some classics.
A motley crew, but one that's working.
Nice spam on that.
Just trying to bound forward, shot down.
Dude, such a weird low buy. Op, Odin, Bucky.
Yep.
Like the 3 most underrated guns. Dude, look at how much damage he's done. 66 HP, 2 HP. He's already got 2 kills.
Monyet finding Munchkin. I'm not trying to sound like I'm cheering for a particular team. I just really hate this guy.
Dude, he just won the round without seeing anyone.
Mitch man's watching. He's giggling at my dismay.
I mean, it starts to make you think. You know, GENG used to have a player who would spam the Odin around on this map. Maybe Ash should learn.
He's trying to be a better man. He's trying to get a catch here.
Oh, it's good damage done. 21. 21 and 2.
And Xpero with his
Damn,
own
the
classic will
classics.
put him down.
Dude, Crazy Guy did so much damage at the end here. He did like 300 damage and he didn't see anyone.
In the lead. 2-1 here in the series. Their map pick of Icebox coming up next. What a bounce back
Yeah,
from the last time we saw
steal of a map, you would imagine, to be honest. Actually just look better than them though, because GENG had so many clutches here as well.
It does